digging the grave, and what they found, suddenly everyone, those who were working, they start doing the takbir. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. What happened? Those who didn't know, they came closer and they saw what's inside the grave, and they start making the takbir. Allahu Akbar, Subhanallah, glory be to Allah. And everyone is astonished. Everyone is super shocked to see what they saw. They saw the person exactly as it is. After 30 years, his body is exactly as it is. The kafan was completely white without any dirt on it. As nothing happened to it. It was not torn. It was not eaten by the worm or anything like that. And after opening the face, they saw the person is exactly the same. Nothing happened to him. In fact, the body was still soft. So they were shocked. And those big leaders and the big people, the old people of this area, they recognize who this person is. And they says he is the son of so-and-so, his father is still alive. So they decided to take the body all the way to the father's house. They knocked the door. The father opened the house. He saw there are many people and they are carrying a body. He said, what is this? They said, we would like to show you something. So they got the body inside. They opened the coffin. The father saw the coffin and they saw the face inside the coffin, and it was his son. He started crying, and he started kissing the son on his face. And he says, Subhanallah, I missed you so much. I missed you so much. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala brought you to me so I can see you and I kiss your face. And everyone was shocked. What is this? After 30 years, and this young man is exactly as it is. His body, nothing happened to it. So after some time, the father saw him, made dua for him, kissed him. And then the people says, we have to take the body and bury it in another place. They took the body. They dealt with it and the rest of the bodies. Now, some of the people and some of the mashayikh, the religious people, they came to that house of a father. And they want to sit with him, and they says, we would like to know what your son used to do. What he did in his life, so Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala preserved his body. What exactly he did in his life, so the worms of the earth couldn't eat him. What he did. What was his karama? What was the blessings, the rahmah of Allah Almighty came upon him that this happened, and you saw your son after 30 years. So the father says only one thing. He says, from the time of the puberty of my son until he died, and he died as a young man, until he died, he never ever misses his salah. In fact, every time I'm going to wake him up for Fajr, I found him that he is already awake. Every time I go to the masjid and I found him in the masjid in the first row, waiting for the adhan and sometime waiting for the iqamah. So he was among the first people who are going to the masjid. So the mashayikh came to know that this is the thing that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala preserved him. He preserved the salah. He took care of the salah. He gave priority to the salah. And as he preserved the salah in his life, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala preserved in the grave. And he died in that good condition, and he will be resurrected on that condition. And one thing that the people mentioned, and Shaykh Aboud al-Asiri also mentioned, that once they opened the grave, what they found beside the white kafan and the body and the soft body and the shiny face, that qabr, that grave was full of smell of musk, full of nice smell that they couldn't even believe that this smell is coming from this grave and from this body. So look at the karamah, look at the mercy and the bounty and the blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala upon this person, just because he used to pray on time. He never ever delayed his prayer. He never skipped his prayer because of work or because of some movies or because of some business or whatsoever. No, no, no. He gave priority to the salah. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala even says, حافظوا على الصلوات والصلاة الوسطى. That take care of the salawat, and specifically salat al-wusta, the middle prayer. That is the asr prayer. So this is something that we should take care of. This is something that we should always, always be keen on. Teach ourselves, educate ourselves as well. Teach our family members, teach our children, teach our nieces and nephews that whatsoever happen when the salah comes, we leave everything aside. We give priority to the salah. The salah is the only thing that cannot be skipped. If you are sick, you cannot fast. If you are sick, you cannot go for Hajj. If you are sick and if you are unable to pay your zakat, you are exempted from paying the zakat. Every other pillars of Islam can be skipped and can be looked over, except salah. You cannot skip the salah. If you are sick, if you are traveling, if you are in the war, if you are in the battlefield, if you are in any condition, you should not skip your salah. So by that, I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make us among those who preserve their salah in their life. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will preserve us in the qabr from the adab, from the punishment, from the worms, and from the any other thing. And we will be resurrected on that condition on the Day of Judgment. I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bless us all. And inshallah ta'ala we'll talk about a story of a dead people in the next episode. Until then, salam.